Welcome to episode 8 of my Direwolf20 119 Modpack series. Last episode we finished off by exploring a little bit of Ars Nouveau. We unlocked the full Battle Mage armor. We also unlocked the Tier 2 spellbook, as well as unlocking every single Tier 1 glyph so that we could, do whatever spells we wanted. And we finished the episode off by making a passive mob farm using the Drink Me charm. We were going to work on the Mage Tower last episode, but I ran out of time, so that's going to be the focus of this episode today. I'll build myself a Mage Tower. I also, as I mentioned, want to unlock every single Tier 2 glyph, and maybe even if we have time, we can unlock the Tier 3 spellbook, but I don't know about that because we have to kill the Wither, and I don't know if I want to do that just yet. So I'm going to do right now is I'm going to build myself a Mage Tower, or at least a foundation of it, and once I get that done, I'll bring you guys right back in. As you guys can probably tell from my house over here, I'm not that good at building, so I'm trying to get something going. I got these interesting looking doors and this funky looking glass I made in the architect's cutter over here. This is the, what's it called? It makes cool looking stuff, and I think it's from Mine Colonies, the Mine Colonies mod, yes. So this is what I have so far for the interior. I'm not really sure how many floors I'm going to make this up. I think I'm going to add 3 floors. I'm also not really fully sure about the walls just yet. I feel like the walls may look kind of bland because it's like the same thing, but I honestly am completely lost in building this right now, so I'll probably extend this a little bit higher. We'll see what else I do with it, but once I figure out something more, I'll bring you guys back in for it. This was kind of what I had made for the Mage Tower here. I made 3 floors, the first floor, second floor, and third floor. And there is a roof floor, but that's not really too usable. But I'll show you guys that in a second. It's the best I can think of for now. If you guys have any recommendations on how I should change it, I'll gladly take it. These doors, as you can see, are from the Mine Colonies mod, Domum Ornamentum, which is the, I guess, sub-mod for the Mine Colonies. So this is the first floor, the second floor, third floor, and then the roof. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do up here. I might have like automation stuff up here for refined storage. As I mentioned too, is in one of these, I guess, columns, probably this one right here, or this one, kind of like how I have my house over here, it will have a a refined storage cable and probably a crafter in there as well. On one of these floors, I plan on having automated essences. So if we just go back to the top drawer up here, these are all the recipes. And if you guys remember, the recipe isn't actually used. The only thing that's used up is the, is the source gem. I guess I have no source gems preparing right now. So I think it'd be very interesting to get that automated. I may have to figure out how I can automate making source gems too. I'm not sure if I can do that yet. I may have to figure out some way to get the budding amethyst up here. I don't know if those blocks can be silk touched, but I can try. There's no harm in trying, am I right? So what I think I will do next is I'm going to start moving some of my Ars Nouveau stuff over here. And once I get that all settled in, probably on the first floor to be honest with you, I'll bring you guys right back. I got everything moved over. There wasn't too much, so it honestly went pretty fast to be honest with you. I got my Enchanting apparatus with 8 pedestals over here. I made 4 more pedestals so I could have 1 beam chamber surrounded by all 4 of them. And finally, I got my 4 beam chambers that these are for the purpose of making more source gems. And of course, I have the wonderful table in the middle so I can write more stuff on it. So what I found out, which I was just testing before I brought you guys back on, was the volcanic source link can actually go through blocks. So I'm gonna have to jump through the down here. I'm going to now put one in there, and you can see eventually it will, please, yes, it will shoot through the floor. And if I can, you can see it was at 32 before, and now it's at 36. So this is honestly super useful because I can keep my room looking aesthetic as possible without having too many things be seen. What else I have is on the second floor is where I have all my chest with all my recipes. I think I'm going to automate all the essences on this floor. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do this floor, the third floor, or even honestly the roof, because there will be probably cables and stuff being seen because there's no other way for me not to be able to do that, unfortunately. So I may use that for the roof, but we'll see what happens. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to make that automation, and once I finish it, on whatever floor it's going to be on, I'll bring you guys back for that. Since I'm going to be automating the essences for Ars Nouveau, I thought I would also probably need to automate getting these amethyst crystals somehow as well. So my solution was actually to use the deconstructor from refined storage, as you can see right here. What this does is whenever the amethyst crystal spawns here, it will break it. However, I don't have a full crystal yet. I'm kind of waiting for one to grow. Because that way, when I put it on the whitelist, it will only break the full crystal and not the small budding ones like this right here. Now, these can accept upgrades as well, like the fortune upgrade here. However, I don't have a reliable way to get fortune books. I'm sure I can using Apotheosis by using the special tomes for the pickaxe to have a higher chance, but once I get those, I'll be able to make it. But until then, I won't be able to. What I'm going to do is probably get 8 of these in total to put them on various different ones. Probably 5 on this one. I'll probably just get these 2 ones hooked up to it and call that a day. And if I need more, I can always just throw more of these deconstructors down. So now that I have this automated to a certain extent, I'm probably going to get, as I said, the 8 more, or I guess 7 more. And once I do that, I'll go back to getting the automation done for the other essences, and then once I get that done, or unless something else pops up that I think I should mention, I'll bring you guys back in for that. By the way, just in case any of you guys are curious, this is what it looks like. I have 8 of these set up, and they have the amethyst cluster on a whitelist. Now I'm going to go back into making the other stuff. Before I continue on in the automation, I want to show you guys how I'm actually doing this first. So here is pretty much the initial setup. I have one here set up already. This is the air essence here. I have it turned off right now just so I can show you guys how it is. I have the 3 things right here because if you guys remember, these 3 pieces never actually expire. So I can keep these here and not have to worry about filling them in constantly. All I have to worry about is putting more source gems into here. So I have an exporter exporting source gems, and I have an importer importing the air essence, which is connected to a drawer over here. If I can get it in? Yes? No. And the drawer controller is right here. Just a heads up. What I have over here now is I have 4 exporters putting blaze rods into these pedestals for the volcanic source links to eat them. Now, blaze rods are actually 50% better than coal, which is why I chose to go with them to fill these storage jars up. Over here is where I have my source gems being created. I'm simply importing the amethysts and exporting the source gems, which is also stored right over here. I went with these smaller drawers because I really don't see a reason to have more than 512 of each of these. Honestly, I could probably go with a stack and be fine, but I was like, this is all automated anyways, I might as well go to the full 512. But this is pretty much how the setup's going to be. There may be 1 or 2 things I have to do. Let's see if I can get to ours for you guys. There is these things called the source collector. Pretty much what that means is, if these bit chambers are not in range of my giant source battery right here, if I put a source jar next to it and put one of these collectors on top of it, it will pull the source from jars within a 5-block radius into that one source jar. So all these will be pulled from it to fill it up. I don't know if we'll need it, but if I do, I can bring you guys in and show you exactly how that works. It turns out I do need the source collector actually. So let's make it right now. I want to make it with you guys because it's using the enchanting apparatus here, and I haven't made one yet. So you take your source relay, which is made with 6 gold, and 1 source gem block, which is just a 2x2 craft. You take 4 chests, you put it right here, and then put the source relay in the middle. You see I have a source jar here. Most enchanting things don't actually require a source, however some do. I'm pretty sure some of the armor upgrades do, for an example. With this, we get ourselves the source collector. Now, this needs a special tool to link it to different devices, which we'll also make right now. This device is called the Dominion Wand. Let's see if I can pull up ours to show you quickly. 3rd page, the Dominion Wand. It's made with 2 source gems, a stick, and gold. The stick is in the middle. So we'll go gold, 2 source gems, and the stick in the middle. As you can see, again, no source is taken out of the jar. It's only for very few crafts. Now that we have our wand, perfect. We go to the roof here. We take this source jar. You can see these guys, these 3 aren't able to make it because they're too far away. So I put the jar right here because it's within 1 or 2 blocks of every single one. So what I need to do is I need to put this down. You can see it's already starting to send source there. I take the wand, I right click the position on this, and then I right click down here. And that sets it to send. If I want to set a specific location for taking from EC, I can click one of these, position set, and then click it onto here. However, I'm not going to do that because I want this to take from every jar it can. And it looks like I actually ran out of blaze rods over here, which is why these are draining out over here. I think I need to turn my mob farm back on because I turned the blazes off. But that's pretty much what I had to do, and I thought it would be an interesting way to show you guys. with all the recipes in my chest being gone, meaning I automated every single essence. As you can see right here, I have all the essences and my source gems going into here. And this is the monstrosity that I made to automate all of it. It looks absolutely crazy, but it sure as heck works really well, guys. So right here, I had to add an additional source gem crafter because these were sucking in source gems so fast that I had to add another one. As I show you guys, this is my source battery right here. I had to add another row of volcanic source links because I was actually running out of mana, and honestly, it looks like I'm still running out of mana too, unfortunately. But once one or two of these back stuff, I'm sure it will be fine. I did also have to add another jar and another source collector over here because this crafting right here was out of range of these source jars as well as the source jar right here. I will say though, I did initially put the jar and collector right here. However, this collector ended up taking from that source jar, and this collector ended up taking from that source jar, so they just kept going back and forth, and it didn't work well, to say the least. So I had to put it over here so it would be out of the range of this collector as well. But this is all the essence and source gems automated, so when I go back to doing more of the glyph crafting, it should be very easy because of all the essence and I guess any Ars Nouveau crafting in general of all the essence and source gems I'll ever need. So what I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to get into crafting more of those glyphs. I'm not sure yet, but I think that's what I'm going to do right now. So I went and collected everything I need for the glyph 2s. You can see I just filled the chest of all the stuff I need. However, there's a couple things I want to mention. Where is it? Right. Where'd it go? Firework and AoE I cannot complete because for some reason there's no firework char or not firework char the firework star crafting. So I actually can't make those, unfortunately, which is really honestly annoying because AoE is very useful to have for Ars Nouveau. So that is probably going to be a what's it called? A bug I actually report because that's kind of ridiculous. Oh, and speaking of bugs, I just want to mention, do you guys remember the nickel bug? That we could not use nickel from thermal expansion. They do have a crafting recipe where you can put it into your crafting grid and take it out and put it back in. Just thought I'd mention that because I saw Direwolf do it, so I thought I'd mention to you guys too, just in case you guys didn't watch his videos, but I'll probably watch his videos, so I just thought I'd mention that quickly. But firework charges are not possible to get, so I'll unlock. Oops, I didn't make it do that. That's cool. I will unlock all of them except I think two, which would be AOE and firework. And yes, you did see I haven't crafted this one yet because I don't have sponges just yet. So I'm gonna finish crafting all these, and then when I get all them crafted up, I'll bring you guys back in to absorb and unlock them all. This is the last glyph we need to make, sorry. And with that, come on, yes, please, yes. We have every glyph except, actually, sorry, not just two. We actually do not have the fortune one on either because I don't have a rabbit's foot. I'll just passively go around killing rabbits, and when I finally get rabbit's foot, I'll be able to get it. So let's do the best part about everything here and just unlock every single glyph. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, this. Once I said last time again, this is one of the most fun parts about Ars Nouveau. That's just, oh, I can just do this. I can just unlock every single one, and I love it with a burning passion. It looks like if I have this right here, oh, never mind. I thought I'd be able to just click it and get them all. So now we have it all there. We go back to our book and we can see all but 4. Did I miss one? Did I mess this up? I could have sworn I made that one. Well, I'll make it with you guys pretty quickly here. So I need 3 feathers, a blaze rod, and that. So which one was this? Snowfall? Slowfall? So slow. This is what I pretty much did to get all of them unlocked. I just clicked over here, clicked that, and I was able to just get them all in. And now we have everything we need. Just come over here and go boom. And it should be all done now. I guess I missed that when I was crafting, but for some reason I thought I got it, but I guess not. Now, now I should have everyone unlocked now. Except, of course, 3 I mentioned. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to see if I can make any cool spells, and when I do that, I'll bring you guys right back in. So I have created some more spells that I thought I'd show you guys. And the first one you can see, number 7, is called Super Heal. So to show you the effect of it, I probably need to actually... We gotta turn my healing off. So let's get myself down to very little health. So boop boop. And once I get myself to maybe, I don't know, 1 heart, I think that'd be a good time to demonstrate it. So now we're down to 1 heart. Oh, almost almost dead. So we just right click and we get full health from this. That'll be a very nice spell to have. So the next spell I have is Falling Star. I don't really know what to name it, so I just called it Falling Star because I thought it'd be pretty funny. Now this is more of a joke spell, but it also does pretty good damage if done correctly. It shoots things very high into the sky. Now this works on mobs too, and not only does it work on mobs, it actually kills anything, pretty much anything. I don't see any mobs any around me, but let's see if we can find one quickly. This baby skeleton, we can do it on that guy. So we go boop, it just shoots it straight into the sky, and he comes back down and dies. And it's honestly kind of useful. I already showed you super heal, so float like a butterfly is a spell that I created. You guys may get the reference or not, but that's fine. So when I use a spell, it gives me slow fall. When I combine this spell with bounce, I'm pretty much flying. You can see I fall very slowly, and I can just bounce myself around, let myself recover a little bit, and I keep going. It's actually really useful. I can now explore much easier than I would be able to before. So those are the spells I kind of came up with. I didn't really know what else I could do for spells, but I thought that'd be a pretty good start at least. Guys, I found where my slow falls. I found where my slow fall went. Actually, I already learned this spell. I guess I don't need it anymore. But I was very confused. I did thought I had it, but I guess I just placed it somewhere else accidentally, and I guess on that pedestal. With all these new spells, my mana usage is actually going up a lot. So I thought I'd think of a way to, get more mana and have more mana regen. And there are a few items that are really useful for that. The first one is the Ring of Greater Discount, which decreases the mana use. It requires the lesser ring to make, which is like this, and then finally a Ring of Potential to use that. So I think I'm going to craft this one up. There's also 2 necklaces that I can make. Just a heads up, I do have, as you can see, 2 necklace slots. I'll be able to put both of them in there. These are made by using a dull trinket. So the dull trinket's a pretty simple crafting recipe: iron nuggets and source gems. The mana regen is created with 2 diamonds, 2 gold, and 4 source. And then finally the mana boost is 5 source gems and 3 diamonds. So I'm going to get these 3 items made up, and when I get them made up, I'll bring you guys right back. I thought it'd be pretty fun to turn this into a little bit of a montage, or I guess a speed up for you guys to see. So here you go. With that final craft, we have the necklace, each necklace I mean, and the ring. But right now, I don't think these work in offhand, so you can see here, that's my mana regeneration right now, my mana usage right now. So let's put them on. We'll go here, we'll put the necklace slot there, the necklace slot there, and is that a ring slot? Let's put myself a ring slot. Got a whole bunch of ring slots. So now let's use the same spell. You can see, it looks like my mana is regenerating faster. It looks like it's regenerating a lot faster actually. So there we go. More mana and more regeneration. Works very well. What I'm going to do now is, let's see. What I'm going to do is make myself tier 3 armor. So I'm going to be able to upgrade this armor I already have here and upgrade it to tier 3. As I mentioned earlier, this is something that will use source. I just need to get the resources ready, then I'll bring you guys back when I have them with me. I hadn't shown myself getting any of the cores from, so I thought I'd just show you where I got it from here. I should have everything ready to get going here, and I did actually make the sorcerer's equipment. Let's pull ours back up here quickly. While the battle mage has more armor, the sorcerer has better effects when using threads on it. I can show you guys quickly in the book actually. So I was just looking at the armor right there. We'll go to magical armor. You can see right here. The sorcerer's set provides the lowest defense, but provides the most powerful set of slots for threads. So I was like, I can just enchant this armor with super powerful enchants from Apotheosis, so I might as well use the armor for it. So what we need to do to upgrade this armor is if we go back to the book, we go to armor and perks, we go to upgrades, we can see here, we need the blaze rods, chorus fruit, and ender pearls. That's why I just showed you guys the end clip right there quickly. So I'm going to quickly upgrade this. I'll do one piece. I'll do one piece with you guys quickly, and then just the rest off camera. So you can see this one does use source. You can see it uses 25. I do have a volcanic source under here, which is why it's filling right back up. And then what I need next is we can see it's tier 2. Now it has 2 empty slots. We are going to put output, I think it was 2 ender pearls, a chorus fruit. Oops, the chorus fruit goes there. And the boost going there. That used another 50%, or sorry, 25%. Oh no, it used 50% because this was out of full 100 because it got restored. And now this should be tier 3. Perfect. So I'm going to get the other ones tiered up to tier 3, and when I get that done, I'll bring you guys back. After combing through the Ars Nouveau book here, I chose these 5 as threads I would like to put on. Thread just decreases fall damage. The second one is depth. This gives me the ability to breathe underwater permanently with no need to come up for air. It also lets me swim a lot faster. Spell power, as it kind of sounds like, it increases the damage of my spells. Magic capacity increases my magic capacity. And finally, threat of repairing, it increases, or sorry, it doesn't increase anything. It just repairs all my armor using surrounding source. I think these would be the most important ones to have because they seem like the most easy ones to get to. And I mean, not really most easy, but just the most simple ones that have the most clear benefits. So to put these threads on, we actually have to create something called an alteration table. We take the alteration table and let's see, where should we put it? I guess I could put it right here for now. So what's interesting about this table is when you put armor on, oops, not like that. So let's say I'm going to put the chest plate here. You put it right there, and you can see 1, 2, 3. Now these 1, 2, 3 had different meanings. I guess so. This has 2 2s. So let's get something with 1, 2, and 3. So that's tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Or I guess you can say it's level 1, level 2, and level 3. Some equipment, so if I can show you, some threads. Let's see, spell power. Let's go to magic capacity. So you can see right here, this gives 10% per level. Which means if I put it in the tier 1 slot, it goes only 10%. But if I put it in the tier 3 slot, that means it gives me 30%. So that's pretty much what that means. So to make these threads, we need to go to thread. We need a base thread. I think I need 5 of these. Yes. And then we need to craft these on up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft these up quickly, then bring you guys back. So guys, I actually looked into it a little bit more, and apparently you can't have duplicates of anything, unfortunately. So these pieces are, I guess, made for no reason then. But that's fine. We can always figure out more ones we want to put on in the future. So for now, what I will do is I'll put Depth Strider 3, or whatever you want to call it, on my helmet, and I'll also put Repair on it, Repair 2. And I'll keep that there for now. On my chest plate, I'll put Thread of Magic, and I will put, what else should I put level 2? Put Life Drain as level 2 on my chest plate. And then I'll put Spell Power on my level 3 in my pants. And then finally on my boots, I will put Feather Falling 3. And I don't know if you guys saw, but I did make a new one called Life Drain. What Life Drain does is, if I pull it up quickly, 20% of the damage I do with my spells is healed per level. So since I put it on level 2, that means it's 40%. It's unfortunate. I thought I could put more stuff on, but I guess not. All I guess it means I can just put more different combinations on. I'll probably end up getting more at this point then, but for now we have decent armor. What I can focus on now is getting this stuff enchanted up. Since I'm about to get into enchanting, guys, I set this little quick thing right here. Essentially, this takes glass bottles out of my system over here, puts them into the food encapsulator. This is pulling experience out of the black hole tank right here, and it's putting those bottles right into right here. I thought it'd be a great way to make it easier because I need more experience for enchanting, and that'll be the easiest way to do it. All I had to do was down here. On the up, I just had an extract on the green channel, green for experience. And up here, I got insert on the green, and just a very simple extract on white, like every other thing is being extracted on. Just thought I'd show that quickly because I don't want you guys to be surprised if I walk by here and you guys see this. So I want to show as much as I can for you guys. After using 64 of these chestplate tomes, here's what I came out with for all my armor. First, let's put this piece on. I'm going to clip my armor so you can see what I have. On my helmet, I have Mana Boost 4 and Mana Regen 3. On my plate body, I have Mana Regen 6 and Mana Boost 3. On my legs, I have Mana Regen 5 and Mana Boost 5. And finally, on my feet, I have Mana Boost 5 and Mana Regen 4. It's better than I thought I was going to get from one stack, and here's kind of my leftovers. These are all the random enchants. These are my Unbreaking enchants. These are Protection 1 books. And I'm sure there's protection elsewhere in here, like right there. I can put that over there. And protection 1 can also go there. And that's about it. These are my leftover mana regen books. These are my regen 2, and this is my mana boost 1. This would be where my regen 3 were. Or the mana boost 2 and mana boost 3. I think this is probably good for now. I may, in between now and later, continue, increasing the armor. And when I do, it goes up to 7. I can show you guys that after I finish sleeping quickly. At ours, you can see it goes to mana boost 7 and mana regen 7. So I may get that just eventually, just over time, by just doing another stack of those tomes every now and again. Because it doesn't take too long. It just, it's not hard. It just takes a little bit of time, is what I meant to say. So I am not sure I'm going to do next. So once I figure out what to do, I'll bring you guys right back in. I thought a very fun next thing to do would be to kill a bunch of withers, actually. So let's just get right into it. I want to also, will that work? I want to kill it with magic too. So we need to go to V2, I think it is. I made a new magic spell. I'll show you guys what it is after this. I'm hoping it works on the wither. If it not, I do have my sword over here. So, oh, look how much damage it's doing. I just spam it. Where's he going? Oh! He's damaging me. He's doing a lot of damage to me. But he's got nothing on me though. This is a little bit loud. That's not sound settings. Let's go to hostile mobs. Where are they at? Just bring it down. Look at my screen. It's all tilty and turny. Now I do have life drain, so I could technically just be able to stand here and shoot at him, but I don't think I can do that completely. So I'll just come out and do some damage with my sword. My mana regens. We are a mage, so we do want to get the final hit with magic. Nice! And there we go, guys. We killed the wither. Once the wither effect wears off of me, we should be good. Nice. So, with unlocking... Ooh, that diamonds? Guys, we found diamonds. Nice. No matter how far you are in your world, you'll always be happy to find diamonds. How much diamonds did we just get there? 17 diamonds. Wow, that was actually pretty nice. That was a pretty good turnout. So we got our nether star. I want to, I think, upgrade my Mage spellbook to the next level, which looks like I have to get a Wilden tribute to do. So we'll think about doing that. And I also need to get a Tome of Undying, so that means I think I need to do a raid to kill a Vindicator, I think that is what they're called, that drops them, or one of the Enchanter guys. So I'm going to do right now... What the heck was that noise? So, as I said, what I was going to do is I am going to quickly kill the rest of these what is this? 4 more withers right here, then I'll come back when I'm done with that. Well, that was pretty productive now, wasn't it? We killed 5 entire nether stars. Yes, we killed nether stars. I meant we killed withers. And I do realize I did the skull math wrong. I should have dragged it out 4, not just 3. But that's... I'm dumb sometimes. I'm sorry, guys. So I did want to show you guys my new spell that I created. This is my new magic spell. It's the similar harm, projectile harm. However, it has 2 boosts. Then after that, I do an ignite. What Ignite does is it's honestly pretty simple. It sets blocks and mobs on fire. Sensitive will stop the spell from igniting, which is why I put sensitive there, because I don't want blocks to ignite in fire. Then I have a delay. After delay, Flare activates, which has 2 amplifications. What Flare does is another tier 2 glyph, is when used on people that are on fire, it causes a burst of damage, and also spreads the fire around, so when I fire the next round, it kills even more people around it. It's honestly a very useful spell to have. And you guys, I don't know if you guys are watching, but look, my mana, it recuperates so much faster with all these new enchantments going on. It's honestly feels really nice. Um, I do think, however, that is probably gonna be it for this episode. We honestly done a whole bunch this episode. We built this entire tower. We automated every single essences and just got a whole bunch of source. So we have pretty much infinite source, which we can pull from if we need to by using these collectors. They can pull through blocks as we figured out in this episode as well. We made ourselves tier 3 armor with many threads, I guess you can call them, upgrades in them. And then finally, I mean, we killed a whole bunch of nethers. Sorry, I'm so bad at this, guys. I'm sorry. We killed a whole bunch of withers and even a couple wardens as well. I think it's a great place to end it. Next episode, I do want to work a little bit more on ours. I have a couple plans that I think might be interesting. I do, however, want to split next episode into a little bit of a tech episode as well as a little bit of ours. I saw there was this Amethyst Golem automation that I want to get doing, and also I want to unlock the Wilden Tribute so I can get this thing to tier 3. On top of that, I have left Forcecraft here in a kind of limbo for a while, so next episode I will also be fully automating 100% lava, or infinite lava. Well, that was a fun episode, wasn't it, guys? Thank you guys very much for watching. I had a really fun time this episode, and I honestly lost track of time, and well, you can see by this time in the bottle, I have over 71 hours accumulated just since I made the time in the bottle, not including all the other time I have playing this game so far. Thank you guys very much for watching this episode. I will see you guys for the 9th.